Alright, welcome back everybody. So we got our breaker turned off. There's no power in here as you can see. Using a headlamp made by Nebo. Very nice headlamp. I love it. Don't know how much it costs. I had a buddy of mine actually give this one to me. But it's wonderful. Does a good job. Another safety precaution we're taking. We've got rubber grip gloves. I know the power's off, but you can never be too sure. Sometimes you think the power's off and it's not. You get zapped. It hurts. Been zapped before.
Oh, really?
Get zapped again. Yes. So now we're moving on to these screws, which are Phillips. So we're taking our flathead bit off and sticking it to handy dandy magnet gripper.
If you haven't seen our tool review for this, it's pretty cool.
So don't need to do anything with this one. We've already done it. Now what you want to do, especially if you have not done a lot of electrical work like myself, you want to make sure that you are getting everything hooked back to the right spots. You do one at a time here. So, we start with the ground wire over here. Unhook the ground wire.
Don't do that again. My camera just went all flashy.
What?
Black bars appeared on my camera.
From what?
I don't know. I think it might have been you drilling.
So,
it's like my
you
camera
want
was
to make sure that your the words are the right way up. If you install it like this, then it's going to flip on when you do that and off when you do that. You want it to be this way, off, on, off. So, get our ground wire back in here. Sometimes this is harder than it looks, folks, but we got that one in there pretty good.
Make sure if you are filming this, for me, I'm just going to stay a well bit away from all these screws and stuff because I don't want to get electrocuted. I don't have gloves on.
Correct. So now we got to come back with...
I do have the power to zoom in, so... So tell us some more, about how these wires are and, about, how to do all
You
this.
get some pliers.
Oh, okay, we need to go get some pliers. Hi, everyone. This is the workbench area where we have all of our tools.
So we got our needle nose pliers. Very good for gripping, crimping, bending, all that kind of stuff. We've got our wire cutters. Cut right there. Then strip so that we can make good connections. You can see it does different sizes. And yeah, handy tool to have. So let's see if we can get this wire out without cutting it.
Let's see here. This is very hazardous stuff.
Not looking promising.
Looks like we gotta use the big guy and cut it.
Here we cut this fella.
Let's look and see. There he goes.
Actually, I got another little pair of wire cutters.
Okay, everyone, we've got some new wire cutters. Introduce them.
Tight spaces. These are Tactics little wire cutters. Much better. Right in here. And snip.
Boom. There we go.
Now, you have to be careful here because we don't want to run out of wire. When you're not doing new wires, And you just got to work with what's in the box. Try not to cut off any more than you have to, because you never know how much wire they got in there.
And tell us more about like how these wires run and how they power electricity, if you can.
Let's try and get this done.
Okay. Story. This isn't really a story channel. It's a working channel. Well, I have working videos.
So you pulled a nice chunk of the sheathing off. That's trash now.
You probably try. By sheeting.
As you can see, I got a nice open piece here to work with. We are going to feed that in to the back.
We do have some lights from Lowe's. We made a trip to Lowe's before this. And we have these cool light switches.
Now we need these two are the bottoms.
Look at that, the old light switch has been removed.
I don't know if you can see over on this side, Jacob. So we gotta try to do is get this wire right here onto there, because this wire is what runs power from this switch over to this switch. When you're working with three switches, they're tied together, this one to this one, this one to this one. That way you've got power going throughout the whole box. So I'm gonna put this guy, try and get him on there. So get him in. There we go.
Woo! Is that the first one replaced?
Now we want in.
This tool is very handy, so go see our review.
Okay, so that switch is good to go. We're going to leave him kind of pulled out. So we got a little extra room here. Work on this guy. As you can see, when this house was wired, the contractor and electricians did a pretty good job of leaving some extra wire in here for us. So,
Thanks to them.
first, like I said before, it's like last time, we're going to pop this ground wire on and off. It's easy.
It's easy if you know how to do it. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there we go. Him out the way, get your new switch up. Well, no, there's just, there we go.
Boom.
Nice and tight.
We love nice and tight.
This one, as you can see, is going to be like the last one where we had to cut it because they went in the back, which is it's a nice, easy way to wire, safe way to wire rather than using the screws. But you can't get it back out. You got to cut it. So we get our handy dandy little snips. Pop.
Pop.
Now I want to make sure I get this one in the top because it was in the top over here. So before we cut our bottom one, because you mix these wires up, folks, not gonna be a pleasant day for you.
Not pretty.
You You're either going to spend a ton of time trying to figure out which one went where yourself and just trying different combinations, which is not fun, or you're going to pay someone, and that's not going to be cheap. Electricians aren't cheap.
That's why here at Working Tutorials, we love to do things ourselves. So that way it's free of cost. And these tools, they last a while, so.
Yes, take care of your tools.
Yes.
And your tools will take care of you.
Wow, thanks for the inspiration. Take care of your tools.
So now we got a nice good lead there. And we're popping it into the top up here. These holes, like I said, really nice, safe, good way to wire. Make sure it's locked in there, it is. And that's super simple. Now we can do this bottom one over here so we don't mix up our wires. That's a nice bug wing. Huh.
That's funny.
Okay.
As you can see, these boxes are very dirty.
This hem was built in 1989, so we're 30 years old plus at this point, which nothing wrong with that. A lot older hems than that, but you get some dust and dirt when you're getting into parts of the house that don't normally get
cleaned
or worked on. So
like electrician boxes. So the reason why we're spending a lot of care into this is because we want it to last a long time and not have to like do this every so year. We want this to be like a permanent change.
There we go. Got us another nice lead.
Let's go.
As you can see, Cobalt got this at Lowe's. Like a lot of my tools. Really good tool. Does the job great. Snaps quick and easy. Can't say enough good things about Lowe's. Usually pretty fair prices too. Alright. So that guy's in there. So now we can start reattaching our boxes here.
I love reattaching boxes.
So now we're going in rather than out.
Drill it in. Make sure you get both screws.
Alright, so he's in. I'm going to try and get him straight up and down.
The light switch is making like they're moving a little bit now.
Because it's going to look nice and fresh when we get this plate over it.
The plate's what brings it together. You're probably thinking, oh, that's ugly. Look at all those wires. But when the plate comes on, it's going to be those little white switches and the plate only. You're not going to be able to see anything else. Right?
Bingo.
Get that bottom screw. Moving on to this one.
Pull this one back out a little bit. I messed him up.
Oh no. It's okay if you mess up. Working is hard.
Moving the wires around. Because you got to push and pull. There's no doubt about it.
Yeah.
Wires are made of metal. Got to push and pull them. There we go. Flip him down. Might need to bring him back out a little bit. We'll see. All right, let's throw this plate on.
Wow, look at that plate.
All right, so everything lines up pretty well. Once we screw this in, it's gonna start pulling everything to where it looks really good.
So, tell us why you're using your hands for these starting bolts and not the drill.
So sometimes it's easy. I've also got to switch my bit. So I wanted to get this plate locked up there. So I freed up my hands. Whoop, I almost lost the screw there.
Oh no.
Okay, so now we got a couple of them up there. Let's switch this bit.
Switch that bit. We love bits here at Workplace. Right?
Right.
Bits are gonna...
Alright, we'll start over on this one.
In the working world, bits are gonna be your best friend.
Now you don't want to get too tight till you get all the screws in and make sure everything's all lined up. See how I pulled that over? It's starting to look nice and flush. Now, I am actually, this drill is wonderful, but just an FYI, I've done it before. The paint can chip on these screws, and if it chips, it just looks like crap. So, screwdriver is a little more gentle, doing the majority of the work with the drill, and then I'm going to hand tighten it with the screwdriver just to make sure I don't get...
What is a screwdriver?
Screwdriver?
Oh, screwdriver.
Let's see. There's the hole.
I'm not very familiar with the working world. So that's why I have my favorite working person here.
Alright, hang out right here, Jacob.
Okay. I'm going to give you guys a cut and we'll be right back.
I'm grabbing the screwdriver.
We've gotten the screwdriver, everyone.
I don't use it too often, but I've got this nice handy dandy Cobalt again. Screwdriver, we can flip back and forth, and it's even got smaller bits down here, Phillips and flat. So we're going to use this to just make sure everything's nice and tight, and I don't actually think the fat one would work a little better.
Tell us what the 3 most popular brands and good brands are for working tools.
So obviously, like, your top-notch ones are Milwaukee. Milwaukee's a great tool. DeWalt is a great tool. But those are more for professionals using their tools every day, really putting a beating on them. Those are great tools. They're also expensive. Cobalt is kind of a little bit of a step down, but for a weekend warrior like myself who's just going to use their tools on the weekend, it's all you need. And you're going to save some money going with them over the Milwaukees and the DeWalts, and let me tell you, you're going to be happy.
What about the Craftsman?
Craftsman is right there with Cobalt, maybe a little bit cheaper, but both good options. I'm happy with both.
Our actual
And here we are, folks. We got a great looking light switch, and that's it. I hope you enjoyed the video.
Hope you guys
We
did.
got good flips now. Everything looks clean and fresh. Good to go. Thank y'all.